All right, folks. Well, welcome back for another week of exciting racing here with the Tuesday Night Racing Series. My name is Dylan Hastings. We are at Indianapolis 200 this evening, or this afternoon, I should say, in the sim this evening here, obviously, on the 12th of October. It's crazy to think that this year is almost over with. All right, folks, let's go ahead and give you the race data here. Congratulations, Joseph Mahar wins the pole for this evening. Congratulations to him there. Extra point for him, but also I know he was trying to put in the laps there to get in a position where he could get out here out front. So congratulations to him on the pole. That'll be exciting to see where he ends up here this evening, as track temperature is an issue overall for the entire race. But let's go ahead and look at the race information here. Again, we've got a total of 200 laps, 200 miles this evening, 80 laps, or I keep saying this evening. In the sim, it's this afternoon. Stage 1 is at the conclusion of lap 20. Stage 2 is at conclusion of lap. Man, I'm messing up all over tonight here. Stage 1 is on lap 20. Stage 2 is on lap 40. We have a total of 80 laps tonight. The drivers have a total of 3 tire sets, excuse me. Track temperature right now is 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Outside temperature 90 degrees. 50% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 9-mile-an-hour winds. Let's go ahead and cover the grid as fast as we possibly can here as these guys come around to take the green flag. Joseph Mahar again as our race leader. Garrett Brown second. Chris Bedwell third. Tyler Dixon fourth. Richard Swaverly fifth. Chris Shoemaker sixth. Austin Shoemaker seventh. David Brackett 8th, Chris McLean 9th, Wyatt Brackett 10th, Ray Rogers 11th, Brad Fulham 12th, Matt Grenier 13th, Kip Beasley 14th, George Williams 15th, David Sparks 16th, David Harden 17th, Dustin Reeves 18th, Dana Shepard 19th, Daniel Holcroft 20th, Evan Bushmaster 21st, Jeremy Banner 22nd, Sean Harrington 23rd, Barry Knapp is 24th, Jeremy Little 25th. We got James Kunkel as well as Zachary Taylor and Tony Edrington there in the back. And folks, we are going to be taking the green flag here in just a moment as these guys come around here to the front stretch. I want to thank you everybody for tuning in this evening. And you can see there that the lights are off on the pace truck. The pace truck is already off the track, and these guys are going to catch the green flag here as you see some guys getting bunched up there in the back. Number 43 gets a little juggled around there during that initial restart. A little check up there. Joseph Mahar is going to lead us off here with the 76. A little tribute there to the Breast Cancer Awareness Month here for the month of October. Big shout out to all those guys out there supporting that cause. And it looks like he got a great start here. Initially, we got we got Richard Swaverly, we got David Brackett. Let's see if there's anything there. Where to go? Looking for him. Go back real quick and see that incident there. It looks like David Brackett got forced. I don't know if he got forced out. Oh, no. Looks like he made a little contact there. Looks like he made a little contact there with Ray Rogers. Hopefully Ray Rogers did not suffer any damage because of that here. Looks like he just kind of drove out there. I don't think he may have saw him on the outside. And it looks like Ray Rogers was able to recollect it there. David Brackett was able to get back on track. Could have been something technical. You never know. David obviously is not somebody that would just drive into somebody like that. So could have been something there where he maybe thought that the guy was checking up behind him. I don't know. Not 100% on that. But there is damage on that number 51 and that number 3 truck. So not 100% sure exactly what happened there. But you can see David Brackett's going to go into the pits. He may have to disconnect, or maybe he's got to hang it up there. I don't know. Maybe he had something happen. Never know. You just never know. But our race leader is still Joseph Mahar there in the number 46. Let's see really quick where Ray Rogers is. So Ray Rogers has lost about 3 spots there from that initial incident, but it looks like not too much damage on his trucks. It looks like he's going to be able to get back out there, or at least stay out there and not be too affected by that little incident there. All right, let's go ahead back up to the front here as we're going to ride along here with Joseph Mahar, just kind of see his perspective as he takes some laps here. Looks like he's pretty comfortable in his position at the moment here with the track, so we'll see how that all fares out over the long run. He's got Garrett Brown right there on his bumper. Looks like Chris Shoemaker right behind him, and then Richard Swavely, and then Chris Bedwell. So we've got the top 5 there: Joseph Mahar, Garrett Brown, Chris Shoemaker, and we've got Richard Swavely. And then right behind Richard Swavely, you can see there in the number 5 position is Chris Bedwell. And then right behind Chris Bedwell in the number 6 position is Austin Shoemaker. There's a little bit of gap here between Austin Shoemaker and Chris McLean there in the 5. Let's ride along with Chris McLean. We can see Chris McLean there. And then Wyatt Brackett for Black Car Mafia is right there behind him in the number 33. His teammate, Matt Grenier, right behind Wyatt Brackett there in that Black Car Mafia truck. And then behind Matt Grenier, we've got Mr. Brad Fulham there in the number 19 truck for Four Horsemen Motorsports. And so always keeping an eye on him, as he very consistent driver each and every week, very respectful driver, somebody that it's one thing that it just goes to say a lot about the driver there when people have respect for you on track. It just goes to show what kind of driver you are. And, when you give and take, typically people are going to give and take back. Usually. That doesn't always happen. But let's go ahead and ride along with Brad Fulham. As you can see, Mr. Kip Easley there in the number 27 truck, Menards, I believe, for Four Horsemen Motorsports. And let's go ahead and ride along with Kip and see who's right behind him, which would be Mr. Ray Rogers there in the number 51. So everybody's kind of getting settled in here at the moment. You can see a little bit of damage there on the front of Ray Rogers' truck from that early incident with David Brackett. Obviously, very sure that wasn't intentional. And then, of course, right behind Ray Rogers, we've got Mr. David Sparks there in the number 87. He's up 3 spots already from where he started the race, so picking up a little bit of position. Everybody's getting really spread out at the moment. And then right behind David Sparks, we have got Daniel Holcroft there in the number 31. And then you can see right behind Daniel Holcroft, you can see his teammate from Four Horsemen Motorsports, Mr. James Kunkel there in the Ally number 48. So I expect obviously to have everybody just kind of get settled in at the moment, just kind of get things going here. As you can see, the field is very spread out. So looks like everybody's just going to get comfortable as they turn laps here. Figure out the pit strategy coming into the first stage at lap 20. And tires will absolutely be an issue tonight, simply for the fact that they've only got a total of 3 tire sets completely for this race of 80 laps. So they're going to have to figure out exactly how to manage their tires. They're not going to want to overdrive the car. As you can see, people are being very patient tonight, and people are being very respectful as they turn laps here. Let's kind of continue through the field here as James Kunkel, right along with James, one of my admins. Truly appreciate his help and all the things he does for the league. And we're coming upon one of our other admins there that just does so much for the league as well, and I truly appreciate him. Give me a second here as we continue to go through the field. We got Zachary Taylor as we run along with him in the number 88 truck. He is back this week for Indianapolis 200. And then right behind Zachary Taylor, Zachary Taylor's up 12 spots right now at the start of the race, as well as James Kunkel. I forgot to mention that. So he's up 12 spots. Right now our biggest movers are this gentleman right here, Zachary Taylor, as well as James Kunkel, who I just a second ago covered. And let's see, speaking of James Kunkel and Four Horsemen Motorsports, we have got, I clicked down. Actually, people are shuffling around a little bit here. So Jeremy Banner is our next driver in 17th place at the moment. He's up 5 spots from where he started the race. Independent free agent driver who we obviously appreciate. He coming each and every week here to run with us. Dustin Reeves for Hot Shoe Racing in the number 6 truck. He is currently in 18th place. He is in the same spot where he started the race. And the other gentleman that I was talking about there, one of my other admins, is that gentleman right there behind him in that pink number 40. That's George Williams for 3F Racing. He is one of my admins there. Up, makes a little contact with the wall. He's going to slow up a little bit. He's going to have to let these guys go by him as he makes a little bit of contact there with the outside wall. Don't expect that to be too much of an issue there, but just pushing a little too hard in the corner. But truly appreciate all that he does for the league as well. Barry Knapp, the number 39 here for 315 Motorsports. And then we got Jeremy Little, who want to welcome back to the league there in the number 55. Glad to have him back running with us here, as Jeremy had to serve an EOL from the initial stage of the race. There were several other drivers, too, that I forgot to mention. But if they miss the driver's meeting, they do have to start on the back of the field. And not really a big deal, but just want to make sure that we let people know exactly why he's here at the back of the field, because he is definitely a driver that we've missed having in the league, and we're glad to have him back there in the number 55 truck in the number Chevy 55 truck there as an independent driver. All right, let's go ahead and ride along with Jeremy Little here, as we're going to have to get all his information populated, as again he's a new driver back into the league since I've been broadcasting, so I need to get him all fixed up there with the broadcasting part of it. And then we got David Harden right behind him. Barry Knapp, looks like Jeremy Little just passed Barry Knapp, who we just talked about. David Harden there in the number 34 truck, as you can see. And then we got his teammate there, Dana Shepard. Actually, Dana Shepard is 315 Racing, not 315 Motorsports. He's 3F Racing, me. Sean Harrington, don't want to miss him there in the 78 there for Highside Motorsports. And then we got Tony Edrington, who's also want to welcome him back to the league, as he raced with us, I believe, in Season 2. Not sure if he raced with us in Season 1, but definitely glad to have him back in the league. Truly appreciate him coming back in here with running the number 77. I believe that's the number he ran before. May be wrong on there, but either way, we're going to get him fixed up in the broadcast information as well here over the coming weeks. Just glad to have him back. And then George Williams, as he hit the wall there, unfortunately, he's now back. He's lost 11 positions where he started the race here, but he's just getting comfortable, and he'll get his deal worked out as time goes on here. We're going to go back up to the field here in just a minute. I just want to cover Tyler Dixon. Not really sure exactly what happened to Tyler Dixon there at the beginning of the race here for White Lightning Motorsports. There in the 54 Toyota Tundra. He's down 23 spots. He's still on the lead lap. Not 100% sure. Let me see if I can see if there's anything wrong with that truck. I don't really see any damage. He might have just had to check up there in the initial part of the race. Not 100% sure. Maybe he had to start from the pits. Let me actually see real quick. He may actually be a lap down. Yeah, he is a lap down. And David Brackett, he's back out there. Looks like he's got his damage repaired. He's got everything sorted out there. But you can see the leaders coming up here behind David Brackett, who is going to put him another lap down. He's currently 2 laps down, but he's at risk right now of going another lap down here with these guys drafting. He doesn't have any help. So let's go back up to the field. We now have a new race leader there, Mr. Garrett Brown, in the number 10 truck for Hot Shoe Racing. And followed by Richard Swavely there in the number 38. And Joseph Mahar has dropped back 2 spots there into the 3rd position. Excuse me. All right, so let's go ahead and stay up here to the front of the field, as these guys are really spread out. So we'll try to do our best to bring everybody to you this evening, as I try to do each and every week. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and follow along with the leaders. Let's see if we can get a closer look here from these guys. And again, we'll ride along with these guys as time progresses, just to see what their perspective is as they are racing for position. But as of right now, they're getting ready to complete to conclude stage 1 here as we get ready to conclude lap 14 already in the race. I feel like we just started the race. These guys are already completing lap 14, so it's amazing. And it looks like Garrett Brown lost a little bit of position there as he had to check up as Richard Swavely in the number 38 as well as Joseph Mahar get around him to pick up that next position as our new race leader is number 38 there, Mr. Richard Swavely. All right, pit road will close on lap 18 as we come to the conclusion of the first stage here at lap 20. Man, I can't believe it's already lap 15. Wow. As you can see, Swavely's definitely fighting that truck around the corners. Gets a little loose. This setup is loose in the corners, but it also helps the truck turn quite a bit there as you accelerate into the corner. Not 100% sure on the tire wear. I know these guys have about a total. These guys have a total of about 19 laps on a full tank of gas. So there is going to be, if there's not a caution, there will be a last-second pit before they have to complete the stage. That may shake up things as the pit entrance for this track is very, very tricky. So I expect them not to be able to finish the stage without having to pit. If they attempt to try to do so, they are going to run out of gas. I know that for a fact.
Thank you.
So we'll have to see exactly what their strategy is going to be here as we come in here to approach lap 17. Are these guys going to come in on lap 17, or are they going to try to stretch it out? I don't think they're going to try to stretch it. If they try to, I'm not really 100% sure that they're going to be able to get all the way back around to catch the pace car and then go into the pits. I think it may take 1 or 2 laps to do that, and there may be a lot of different drivers running out of gas in the event that they try to stretch it out. If that is the case, that is a very long tow back to the pits, I can tell you that. That will could potentially put him down a lap, even during pacing. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break here as these guys get ready to conclude stage 2. We're going to bring you back here before the stage is complete. I'll be right back with you. We're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Life, you can choose negativity or positivity.
A lot of people look at the hate.
You're not gonna make it. Had a lot of people doubt me.
They say that girls can't hoop.
They said I wasn't strong enough.
I want better, so I do better. I do this for me.
I'm just gonna work harder, talk less. All I gotta do is put my head down and grind.
Fire inside me can't be put out.
People will always have something to say. Ignite your fire.
All right, we're going to bring you back here to live conditions. Unfortunately, I apologize, folks. I got a little bit of a technical issue here with the ability to, I forgot that I had to reinstall iRacing this weekend. And some of my hot buttons here are not working this evening. And so unfortunately, was not able to close the pits. I just noticed, unfortunately, I don't have the caution button open either. All right, well, we're going to go ahead. You guys are going to see some of the details on the other end here as we're expecting these guys to come back around here for lap 20. And we're going to have to throw.
That's Dylan?
Yes, it is, sir.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, folks, we are going to wrap it up here to commercial break here for just a second. I'm going to have to get this situated here for you guys. I apologize for the technical difficulties, as we have each and every week, it seems like. Get things sorted out here, but congratulations to Richard Swavely there for the Stage 1 win. We're going to get back to racing here in just a minute. To be honest with you, I'm really surprised how fast that Stage 1 concluded here, but we'll be right back with you.
Life, you can choose negativity or positivity.
A lot of people look at the hate.
Life, you can choose negativity or positivity.
A lot of people look at the hate.
You're not gonna make it. Had a lot of people doubt me.
They say that girls can't hoop.
They said I wasn't strong enough.
I want better, so I do better. I do this for me.
I'm just gonna work harder, talk less. All I gotta do is put my head down and grind.
Fire inside me can't be put out.
People will always have something to say. Ignite your fire.
right, folks, I want to thank you for your patience here as we get things sorted out. Unfortunately, not 100% sure exactly why I missed that. Just to give everybody a heads up, just so that they understand exactly what happens here behind the scenes, is that iRacing was just recently reinstalled for this computer. I just did some huge updates, as I mentioned last week, and for some reason, all the hot buttons meaning all the buttons that I need to push on my end to make all this stuff work for us on the back end, were not programmed to close the pits and to throw the caution for the stage. And so that's one of the reasons why we had to throw the stage when you guys were sitting there watching us. And it looks like Zachary Taylor's elected to take the inside lane here as he's going to lead us off as these guys go green. And so again, thank you for your patience here as I get the things worked out there on the back end here. We're good to go now. There should be no other technical issues. Knock on wood. And so Zachary Taylor's going to lead us off here in the number 88. As these guys all pitted, I'm pretty sure that Ray Rogers got some of that damage repaired. He's actually up 4 spots, currently number 7. We'll follow along with him here shortly, but you can see him there in that Monster Energy 51. So it didn't look like he had a ton of damage that he needed to repair. Looks like we've got 3 drivers that are lead lap down or greater. These guys are going to have a second stage on lap 40, so I expect the second stage to go just as fast as the first stage did, which really threw me off because I was not expecting these guys to go through the laps as fast as they did. But hey, that's what happens when you got green flag racing tonight. So Aaron Adcock out there says, let's go McLean. Maybe one day I won't have to work for a living. Oh, buddy. Oh, we miss you, man. Oh, look like Zachary Taylor's getting a little loose there on exit. Let's see where Chris McLean's at since you're tuning in here. Let's take a peek really quick. The number 5 truck there is currently number 14. He's down 5 spots from where he started the race. So whether he took the time to fix some damage, get 4 tires, fuel, not really sure on the pit strategy. Somebody may have passed him on pit lane as he passes the number 48 there. Looks like he's up to P13 at the moment. So James Kunkel right behind him there, as you just saw on the screen, he is up 13 spots. He's our biggest mover of the race. He was one of our biggest movers of the race at the initial part of the race, but he is definitely one of our biggest movers here for the second part of the race. Actually, I take that back. Zachary Taylor, currently our race leader, number 88, is up 27 spots from where he started there, as he was given an EOL at the beginning of the race. And it looks like he was able to get out in front based on pit strategy for that previous stage. So didn't look like anybody ran out of fuel, I don't believe. So I was wrong on the fuel strategy. It looks like maybe with the draft there was a little bit of extra mileage there for everybody. So that's I guess that's a good thing for those guys. They were able to run out the whole entire stage without having to worry about fuel. They may have been. We'll find out at the end of the race, but chances are these guys may have been saving a little bit of fuel there towards the end. Let's go ahead and run along with Zachary Taylor at the moment there in the number 88. As you can see, Garrett Brown not too far behind him there as they come around the front stretch here to take turn 1. And this turn right here is not bad. It's this one coming right up here as you kind of go to the wall on exit. And if you time it not right, the chances are the banking's not so bad. As you see how fast those guys go right to the wall. A lot of times what happens is the incidents typically fall where the guys overshoot that corner and end up slamming into the outside wall and then kind of come into the track, which usually there's traffic somewhere around you at that point. So not always a good thing because it usually takes everybody out. Not everybody, but those that are around them. So it looks like Zachary Taylor is comfortably out front. You can hear a little bit of tire scrubbing. Those tires are definitely going to be something to hold on to tonight. We'll see how his tires hold on throughout the length of the race. Usually after about 10 laps, boy, they tend to get a little bit to the point where it takes a little bit of slowing down here, and that's one thing with this track. We'll see Garrett Brown as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that on your end, but you can hear the tire scrub during this view. And so if these guys are constantly scrubbing those tires really aggressively in the corners, the tires are going to wear a lot faster. And the handling of the truck eventually gets to a point where it's very difficult to handle in the corners, which means you have to slow up and check up. And the guys behind them are going to get the advantage that we're saving tires and not driving as aggressively. So we'll have to see how that all plays out here in the long run. But as we stand right now, Zachary Taylor in the number 88 is our race leader, up 27 spots from where he started the race. Garrett Brown, who we're riding along with right now, is in the P2 spot. And then you can see right behind him there is Austin Shoemaker, his teammate for Hot Shoe Racing, 2 and 3 at the moment. And then his other teammates are in 9th and Dustin Reeves currently 9th and 28th. So I don't know, is Dustin Reeves already out? No, he's 4 laps down. Let's take a peek real quick. So he had some damage. I don't know if something happened. Let's see if he's got some damage to the front of his truck. Unless he's serving a penalty. Oh yeah, he's got significant damage there to the front of his truck. So maybe let's go back real quick and see what happened with Dustin Reeves, if we can do that. It might be too far back. So, but he's down 4 laps. I don't know if he had something happen where it didn't register on my end. So I don't know, maybe he hit the wall. Yeah, it's going to be too far back. Let's go ahead back to live conditions here as we follow back up here with the race leader. Not 100% sure what happened to Mr. Reeves there, but he's now 5 laps down. Looks like his evening may have come to an end. David Brackett still struggling there to get back on the lead lap with the with the green flag racing. Unfortunately, it's going to make it almost virtually impossible if you go a lap down here to get your laps back. You can get a lap back, during the stage caution in the event that somebody doesn't pit prior to the stage. And then the stage, of course, close and not allow you to come in. Because if the race leader, looks like Richard Swavely, is going to make a move here on Austin Shoemaker for the P3 spot. He's going to try, as he tries to make that stick there in the corner, and he does. So he was able to pick back up the P3 spot. Let's ride along with Richard Swavely at the moment. As we can see, he's picking up a little bit of the gap. You can see these guys getting really loose in the corners. This setup is definitely loose on corner exit. That little move there to try to break the draft actually is going to slow you down. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough gap there between him and Austin Shoemaker. Or actually him, excuse me, and Chris McLean. No, I may have said that right. I don't know. It looks like there's... Richard Swavely is going to make the lead out front. Remember I was talking about scrubbing the tires. Well, that's exactly one of the penalties right there, is that if you aggressively run on this track with those tires, as you can see, Zachary Taylor's getting really loose. I don't think that he practiced on this setup. So, but you see Chris McLean is now out in front here. We've got a new race leader as these guys battle for the race lead. As you can see, Richard Swavely's trying to pick up the draft there from Chris McLean as these guys come around to the turn. I believe it's turn 4, turn 3 maybe. Not really sure how the turns are labeled here. And we'll keep an eye on this battle out front here as we get ready to conclude stage 2 with lap 40. Garrett Brown looks like he's going to get around Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor had to check up significantly there in the corner. Just not able to make that truck turn. And our previous race leader just picked up another spot there, Mr. Joseph Mahar. Looks like he's going to lose that position, though, to Ray Rogers as he's fighting the truck as well with those tires. May have pushed it a little too hard too early, not 100% on that, but let's go back up here to the race leader, Chris McLean, who is out front at the moment. We'll see if he's able to pick up stage 2. as we're getting close here to closing the pits for the conclusion of stage 2. Can't believe, man, this race is going by fast tonight. Say it's going by fast, but it's already been about 40 minutes since the race started. So not 100%, not going by real quick, but it's definitely going by fast. I don't want to take you guys to commercial break. You guys have already been to commercial break a few times. So we're going to go ahead and stay here and keep an eye and see how these guys are doing. All right, so Chris McLean at the moment has got Richard Swavely right there behind him. Let's go ahead and ride along with Swavely, see kind of the gap between him and McLean. See if McLean makes any moves here to not get a good turn in the corner. It's a possibility he could strike the wall. You never know here with this track and with this setup. So we'll have to see how that all goes. But Richard Swavely at the moment looks like he's making a little bit of time up here as he's bridging that gap. We'll see on these different turns here whether or not tires are a factor, or if again, if there's any slip up by McLean where he can bridge that gap. Apologize there, I didn't mean to click off Richard Swavely. Let's go back to them. As you can see, it looks like McLean got a better jump, better exit on that last turn there as they come to the front stretch. So the gap stays pretty consistent, about 0.45 seconds, 0.42 seconds, just depends on the turn. As you can see there, it goes up to 0.54, but then you might get a better run off of this corner. As you can see, Chris McLean tries to break the draft there, as draft is a factor here at this track. So not only on the front stretch, but also on this back stretch here. And as these guys come around here to 38, the pits will close. They will close this time. As Chris McLean is going to cross the finish line here. It looks like we've got another lap truck that is going to be a factor as these guys come around here. We'll see if he ends up going another lap down. And Swavely is making ground here on McLean. We'll have to see if he can. He's got 2 laps here to make up the gap. As you can see, Swavely checks up a little bit early, maybe get a better rotation in the corner. See if he's able to catch him here as these guys get ready to come on the pit road or on the pit road after the conclusion of the stage, which again is 40. And the gap at the moment between the race leaders and third on back is about 5 seconds, as you can see there on the screen. So these guys are out there all by themselves racing. So Swavely is definitely giving them a run for his money, as he's going to have one more lap to go. Actually, I think this is the last lap here as they come around to catch 40. McLean will be, if he can hold Swavely, he will be our stage 2, excuse me, winner. And as they come around here to the front stretch, Swavely may have a run for him here as he's going to try to peek on the inside of the outside here. We'll see if he can do it. And it doesn't look like he's going to have enough momentum as they cross the finish line. Now we're just waiting for the 10th truck here to cross the finish line.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, we have our stage 2 winner will be Chris McLean, followed by Richard Swavely. And we got Garrett Brown in 3rd, Zachary Taylor 4th, Austin Shoemaker 5th, Chris Bedwell 6th, Ray Rogers 7th, Joseph Bahar 8th, Wyatt Brackett 9th, and then Matt Grenier rounds out our top 10 top 10 stage winners, which will wrap up stage 2. We have one final stage, folks, which will be on lap 80, obviously the conclusion of the race. It'll be interesting to find out with all the green flag racing whether or not these guys are going to take these tires early. They are going to have a pit or a fuel window between the conclusion of this stage as well as the conclusion of the race. So they're going to have to pit for fuel, which means that they're likely going to have to go under green flag pit, which anything can happen during that time. That it could be speeding on the pits, could be you overshoot your pit box. There could be a number of things that can affect the overall outcome of this race. So we'll keep an eye on that as the pace truck is now out there, as the first 7 drivers have caught the pace truck as we get ready to go into the pits as we come around here to the front stretch. We're going to go ahead to commercial break. We'll be right back with you. We'll kind of go over the pit strategy, and these guys will be back out here for some green flag racing here in just a few moments. We'll be right back with you, folks.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, and the race leaders are going to come back around here as they've already caught the pace truck. We're just waiting for the lap traffic to get the wave around. Jeremy Banner as well as Dustin Reeves, looks like they're going to get the wave around. They're going to take the wave around here to get one of their laps back. Significant damage there on the number 6 truck of Dustin Reeves. Not 100% sure on exactly what happened to him, though. Looks like James Kunkel's going to come back in here. I don't know if he has to serve a penalty or if he's just going to top off. Looks like George Williams also had that same strategy here. So we're going to see It looked like he just got a drive through. He might have pitted, but not 100% sure what happened there. George Williams coming off pit road. I know he was in the pit box, so he might have just been getting some damage repaired. And so it looks like David Brackett. Let's go back to this banner right here. So there you can see our drivers that are down a lap. So Barry Knapp, David Brackett, Banner, Reeves, all laps down at the moment. We still have quite a few drivers, though, still on the lead lap with 36 laps to go at the start of the green flag here. So still a lot of racing left. We have not had a yellow flag tonight other than the stages. This could be the second week in a row that we've had nothing but green flag racing. So we'll have to see how that all plays out, as these guys are coming to catch the green flag with the lights off on the pace truck. Chris McLean will be our race leader, but Richard Swavely is going to have something to say about there on the outside as these guys get restarted here to take the green flag. And the restart is on the leader. We got a little bit of jumbling up going there back in the back of the field.
Hey Dylan, can you look at my black flag, please?
All right, folks, bear with me just a second. I'll be right back with you as I look at that for the driver. Be just a minute. Let's go ahead and get back to live racing here. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure I took care of some racing duties here. As Garrett Brown is our new race leader there in the number 10. Richard Swavely in the 38, and then Austin Shoemaker. It looks like Chris McLean has dropped back quite a bit. Let's see. Did he have an incident? Doesn't look like anything on his truck. He may be taking it easy because he realized that the long runs just are a little bit harder on the tires. Looks like Jeremy Little is going to use the drafting there with Chris McLean as they get ready to try to come around here. Jeremy Little might try to take that position away on the outside. That's really hard to do, though. Oh, we got a...
All right, man, caution is out.
We have our first caution of the evening. And I believe that is Richard Swavely. Let's see what happened there. Oop. Hold on. Let me go back. All right, let's see real quick if I can hit the right buttons tonight. So it looks like Swavely's right there. Austin Shoemaker slides up in front of him. Okay, does he make contact with the outside wall? So he makes a little bit of contact there, as you can see the sparks coming off the wall there, but it looks like Chris Bedwell is going to drive into the side of him there. So, and that's going to send him around. So it looks like Chris Bedwell maybe being a little too aggressive right there.
Right out of you.
Let me just kind of go back there and look. Yeah, I mean, he definitely, you got to pick a lane. So he definitely was trying to arc the corner. It's really kind of a racing incident. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, it's difficult because a lot of times with people consistently running, you got basically two lanes. You got Zachary Taylor in lane 1. You got Richard Swavely and Austin Shoemaker in lane 2. You typically, when you take this corner. Bedwell trying to get around Taylor. Just, I don't know if he missed the corner, if the truck didn't turn, but Swavely trying to arc the corner just a little bit to get enough rotation in the truck and make some contact there with Chris Bedwell. So it looks like he's going to go to the inside wall, or the outside wall, excuse me. He's going to have a little bit of damage. We'll see if anybody else makes contact there with him under caution. Looks like he did a great job there holding his brakes, and I don't believe he should be able to go ahead and get it collected and go ahead and get back up to position. I don't know that he's going to lose a lot of position there because the yellow flag came out before the other drivers caught him, but looks like he's going to go ahead and be able to get most of the damage repaired. So interestingly enough, Chris McLean's going to come in here. He's one of the only drivers on that lead there to come in to probably just to get a splash of fuel there to get topped off. As you can see there, yeah, it looks like he just got some fuel and is going to get back around there. It looks like Dixon's coming in as well. Dixon's definitely got some damage to the outside of his truck. Let's see if I can show you there. So Dixon's got a little bit of damage to the outside of his truck. Swavely's definitely got damage from that. Not a ton, but it looks like he's getting that damage repaired at the moment. And so those guys will be back out there. But unfortunate set of events here as Richard Swavely was very, very strong up here in front. Not entirely sure that was obviously intentional by any means. It's just unfortunately a racing incident. Somebody trying to fill a gap that's already there. Typically, if you're not already committed to the inside of somebody, when you bring the truck up to somebody, that's coming into the corner, the chances are that's exactly what's going to happen, is exactly what did happen. So Swavely will actually, or not Swavely, excuse me, Chris Bedwell will receive an EOL because of that. And so, folks, give me just a minute. We'll be right back with you here. Going to go to commercial break one more time before we get back to green flag racing.
Life, you can choose negativity or positivity.
A lot of people look at the hate.
You're not gonna make it. Had a lot of people doubt me.
They say that girls can't hoop.
They said I wasn't strong enough.
I want better, so I do better. I do this for me.
I'm just gonna work harder, talk less. All I gotta do is put my head down and grind.
Fire inside me can't be put out.
People will always have something to say. Ignite your fire.
All right, and we are back here as we wait for Bedwell to go to the back of the field. And these guys are going to get restarted here. With the lights off on the pace truck here, we're going to get restarted here in just a minute. Just waiting for these guys to get all sorted out.
Hey, can I get an EOL, please? 54.
It's a little too early for there. It's a little too late for that,
All right,
bud.
man. The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
All right, we're back to green flag racing as we had that short caution there with the incident from the number 7 and the number 30. I know he's a different number here in this league, number 38. So Garrett Brown out in front. Austin Shoemaker in the number 14, right behind him. Zachary Taylor in the 18. You got Joseph Bahar and Zachary Taylor almost making contact with each other. As we see, these guys are going to get somewhat sorted out here. Start to get a little spread out. We're going to go through the field here as these guys get settled in, as we just want to keep an eye on the field as we got a new race leader. Austin Shoemaker is now out in first. Again, folks, these guys only got a total of 3 tire sets. I don't know if many of them are already on their last tire set. I doubt it. I think a lot of these guys are still in the same tire set they were at the conclusion of the last stage. Some of these guys may have taken tires. Zachary Taylor looks like he's got fresh tires. Not sure if he double stinted tires previously, but he's definitely driving it like he's got some new tires. So we'll see how that all fares out as Jeremy Little, I think Jeremy Little may have made a little bit of contact there with the outside wall and slowed him down just enough where he got out of everybody's way. You can see that damage there on the right side of his truck and with the damage on the 55. Looked like he just made enough contact with the wall to where it slowed him down quite a bit, to where he was respectful and got out of the way for the other guys coming around. We'll see if he's able to maintain that position. He's currently at 14 spots from where he started the race. Right now in P11. He's going to lose P11 though to Chris Shoemaker as he comes around. He's dropping a little bit here as he stays on that outside wall. Haven't mentioned Evan Bushmaster tonight. Looks in the number 52. He is currently in P15. He's up 6 spots from where he started the race. So he's doing a great job tonight. Mr. David Harden behind him there. Looks like he doesn't have the right paint scheme on. Not really 100% sure what's going on there. Looks like we're going to have to start policing this stuff again. All right, so let's go through the field. So we got Austin Shoemaker currently out in front as our race leader. We've got Garrett Brown currently in second there in the number 10 truck, followed by Joseph Ahar in the number 46 in that pink, what is this truck? Wegmans. Then we got Zachary Taylor in the number 88 currently in P4. Ray Rogers in P5 in that 51 truck. Early on incident there that got him a little bit of damage there. Looks like he's been able to get all that fixed and has been able to run consistently out here. Wyatt Bracken in the 33. It looks like his truck is fairly clean for the most part. He's just buying his time. Matt Grenier currently his teammate in P7. Up 6 spots from where he started the race. Sean Harrington up 15 spots for Highside Motorsports there. He's currently in the number 78 truck, up 15 spots. Kip Easley fairly clean tonight as well. He's currently, the number 27 truck's currently up 5 spots, currently in the 9th position. His teammate, Brad Fulham, in the number 19 is currently in 10th spot, up 2 spots from where he started the race. Chris Shoemaker is down 5 spots from where he started the race, but is currently sitting in P11 at the moment. He's got a pretty clean truck as well, so he's just buying his time. Daniel Holcroft out there in the 31 truck, currently in P12. Glad to see him out there in the top 15 tonight. He's up 8 spots from where he started the race. Dana Shepard up 6 spots, currently in P13. Jeremy Little fighting that truck. He might be on old tires, just trying to keep pace as he's trying to keep a set of tires in the pits. Jeremy Little again in the 55 truck. He's currently up 11 spots from where he started the race because he served an EOL initially, but As you can see, the right side damage on his truck, he is just fighting to stay off that outside wall. Again, he may be on older tires, so he may have the pit strategy in place where he's trying to double stint tires. That is definitely something that could possibly be happening. As you can see, he makes the contact with the wall again. And then you got David Harden there in the number 34, as I had mentioned previously there with, he's currently up 2 spots. Chris Bedwell is down 13 spots. He had to serve the end-of-line penalty for the incident with Richard Swavely. Again, it's a difficult call. It's something that often is considered a racing incident. The problem is that he just kind of drove it in there a little too hot, and because of that incident, he received the end-of-line penalty. All right, and then Evan Bushmaster again in the 52. He's currently in 17th spot. He's down 2 spots from where I just had covered him a minute ago, but he's up 4 spots total from where he started the race. Chris McLean is back here, down 9 spots. He pitted. He elected to come in to pit to top off, and the only thing at this moment in time that's going to save this driver is in the event that there is a late stage caution or a late caution in the race. If there is not a late caution and we stay green, the chances are of him getting back all of those positions to get back out in front where he was is very slim. So we'll have to keep an eye on Chris McLean to see if he's able to pull that off. Paul Passon's out there, says he's watching. Thank you, buddy. Tony Edrington in that Valvoline number 77. He is currently in number 19, but he's up 10 spots from where he started the race. So again, he served an EOL, if I recall, from the initial set of the race. So he's up 10 spots from where he started, currently in 19th. I know he's looking to get back up there in the top 10. Barry Knapp up 4 spots, currently in P20. Tyler Dixon said he came over the loudspeaker during that last restart, said he needed an EOL. I don't know if he has some significant damage there that's affecting the overall performance of his truck, but as a courtesy, he was asking for an EOL, and he was already at the end of the line anyways, but looks like he's working on getting some of that damage repaired, but he must have had an early incident in the beginning of this race that's affected the overall performance of that truck. Doesn't look like significant damage, but it doesn't take a lot of damage on these tracks. So David Sparks in the number 87 definitely got some damage there on the right side of his truck, but overall not too bad up here up front. Looks like he's got a very clean truck up here in front, but he's down 6 spots from where he started the race, currently in P22. James Kunkel is up 4 spots from where he started the race. Not a lot of damage. Looks like he's got actually a very clean truck. He might have had an incident on pit road, not 100%. I wish I knew. I wish I knew when people got penalties on pit road. Maybe there is a way for me to tell with this software, but at the moment, not 100% sure on how to do that. And if not, we're going to find some software that tells me that, so that I can bring that to you guys in the future. Actually, I think there actually is. Let me look and see if it's on here. I know that there is a penalty module for this software, and I don't have it installed. Maybe I'm going to look into that this week, and I'll see if I can bring that to you guys so that we can see if there's anybody that receives a penalty. That might help us out tremendously when it comes to these pit strategies, trying to call the race. George Williams in the number 40 there, he is at the moment for 3F Racing, he's down 9 spots from where he started the race, but his truck is fairly clean. He's got some damage there on the outside. Reeves and him battling there to get back around here, but it looks like George Williams is going to be our last truck on the lead lap, currently in P24. And I believe Dustin Reeves, David Brackett, Jeremy Banner, Richard Swavely now down 7 spots from where he started the race. That is a tough deal for Richard Swavely. Unfortunately, he's still out here. He just got lapped again by the leaders, but that damage has basically put him out of the race contention. So that is truly unfortunate. That sucks because he was up here in the front running for position. Unfortunate incident for that number 38 truck. All right, let's go back to the leaders here as Austin Shoemaker's still out front with 20 laps to go. We are going to come here to 19 to go as they come around here to the front stretch of this last turn. Nobody at the moment has been able to challenge him for position that I've seen. Some of the guys in the back there, as you saw, Ray Rogers fighting that to keep that truck off the wall. As he's got the 88 of Taylor also peeking right there on his inside, going to try to take over that next position. Some of these guys, the tire wear is going to become a factor here as the race gets on. Now, these guys are all going to have to come in and pit. As I mentioned previously, we're going to have a green flag pit. Even with that last caution, I do believe that they are still going to have to come in and pit. So if there's a caution between now and the end of the race, there will not be a green flag caution. And I'm hoping that that is not the case, because this will definitely, this could shake up the entire field with green flag pit stops, especially at this track. For one, the pit road is very narrow. Two is that the entrance is off of, not too far from the exit of the last turn there before the front stretch. It is very easy to speed coming onto pit road for this track. Speed limit on pit road, I believe, is 60 miles an hour. So it's not really a factor to speed on pit road. It's just you can get caught speeding entering pit road, and you can also get caught speeding exiting pit road. So just depends. Again, with 60 mile an hour entrance to the pit road, it's also easy to overshoot your pit box. So we'll keep an eye on that as the race progresses here. But Austin Shoemaker out in front at the moment. Looks like Garrett Brown and Austin Shoemaker are really out there in front all by themselves. As we ride along with Garrett Brown, we'll kind of take a peek here from the back of his truck. You can see the gap between him and Wyatt Brackett at the moment. That's significant on this track. I mean, we're looking at almost 4-second gap. And that's not to say that that can't be made up. It's just saying that that is going to be very difficult for them to bridge the gap here, as these guys are all pushing really hard to get back up here in front to try to take that position away from Austin Shoemaker and Garrett Brown. So at the moment, our race winner could potentially be the number 14 and the number 10 at the moment. Again, anything can happen though between now and the end of the race. So we'll keep an eye on that as things progress here. It looks like Chris McLean is now coming off of pit road. That is correct. So he takes an early. So he took an early pit to get tires and fuel for the last pit stop. Now, I think he went a lap down, though, doing so. Yes, he did. So he's going to have to do everything he can to try to get up here to the race leader. So at the moment, he is right behind Matt Grenier, who is in P5. He's going to have to pass Matt Grenier, which he should be able to do pretty easily. And it looks like the race leader has told us where he's going to go in a pit. So here are the green flag pit stops that I was talking about, as Chris McLean just trying to get a jump there to get around from these guys, which may be a great call. He may be able to get out there in front of these guys. So we'll see how their pit strategy goes here. We'll see if they overshoot their pit or make any mistakes. But at the moment, doesn't look like any mistakes. They've played it very cautious coming into the pit boxes. And again, we're just kind of waiting here to see. Okay, so these guys are coming. So Wyatt Brackett has taken over the lead, but I want to see the guys coming off pit road here. So it looks like Ray Rogers, Chris Bedwell's all come in. So everybody's coming in for pit stops. The only buddy that hasn't came in is this gentleman right here, as well as Matt Grenier. So teammates are both pitting, as you hear the comms here come over. It looks like Matt Grenier is going to lock him up there, but I don't believe he got speeding. And so we're waiting for these guys to come around here. Brad Fulham at the moment is going to be our race leader, followed by Wyatt Brackett, still out in second place at the moment, followed by Matt Grenier. But you can see now these guys may be able to get back out here. Brad Fulham again staying out there, trying to stretch that fuel as much as he possibly can. As you can see, the telemetry is still messed up here as things get kind of cycled around. There it goes. It's updated now. So Brad Fulham's got about a 21, 22 per second gap on Tyler Dixon, who is going to have to pit. So the only person contending with him at the moment is number 46, Mahar. As you can see, Brad Fulham's coming in here. We'll see how long his pit stop's going to be.
The leader is pitting now.
All right, let's go ahead and keep an eye on Joseph Mahar as he's going to come around and take the race lead. Actually, I take that back. Tyler Dixon's actually going to take the race lead, but Joseph Mahar, I believe Joseph Mahar has already pitted. Let's go ahead and see if I can see the pit stint length here, if we can see that. So Brad Fulham's just gone in. Mahar did pit 5 laps ago. So yeah, so Tyler Dixon pitted 19 laps ago. And so Joseph Mahar is going to come around to take the lead, followed by Zachary Taylor. So Mahar and Taylor are only off by 1 lap. As you can see there, Dixon makes some contact with the wall. Dixon's not going to be able to finish the race, though, on that current fuel window. I do not believe, anyways. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure Dixon's going to have to come in for fuel at some point in time here as he comes around to take lap 20. I'm not sure what the fuel window is, but I know it's about 23, 24 laps, as you can see from the windows here. All right, so let's go ahead and take that off the screen. Mahar's he's going to command the lead with Zachary Taylor behind him. As you can see, he's coming up on Tyler Dixon at the moment here with 12 laps to go as these guys get cycled back around. It's actually been 13 laps to go, excuse me. And Joseph Mahar just sends it in there. It looks like Tyler Dixon is pulling off the race surface here as he is going into the pits. He's coming on he's coming on the pit exit. Oh, so he took the road there. That's going to really slow him down. As he takes the entrance to pit road again. So that move right there for Tyler Dixon is going to slow him down significantly. I don't know if he did that on purpose just to stay out of everybody's way, but he's going to have to get slowed down significantly here as he enters pit road. That's a tricky entrance to pit road right here. He's going to have to lock him up as he gets slowed down, looks like. All right, so Joseph Mahar, Zachary Taylor's fighting the back end of that truck in the number 88. He's going to burn those tires up significantly. If anything, he's going to heat them up to the point where it's going to be very difficult to handle that truck in the long run. But at the moment, Joseph Mahar is our race leader with 12 laps to go, but he's got Austin Shoemaker right behind him with Zachary Taylor. This could be the first race win of the season for Joseph Mahar and Race Pass Motorsports. He's going to have to hold Zachary Taylor off, and it looks like he's able to do that right now. If Zachary Taylor keeps, it looks like Zachary Taylor's definitely got fresh tires. So if Zachary Taylor is going to drive the truck like that, though, he's going to just burn the tires off of this truck. They've got 11 laps to go. You've got to be in it for the long haul here, and I'm not sure that he's going to be able to do so. As Zachary Taylor may be able to get on his inside here on this stretch. It looks like he is going to be able to take over that P1 spot. Is he going to be able to carry it though around the corner? We're going to find out. Joseph Mahar may try to do a crossover move and try to get him on this next turn. As we saw before, though, if you aggressively drive this truck for 10 or more laps, you're going to lose a lot of pace. As you can see, Austin Shoemaker is right behind Joseph Mahar. So we're going to have a battle up here for the front. So as you can see by the telemetry up here, or the ticker, you can see that Zachary Taylor, Mahar, and Shoemaker are all within 8 seconds of the next group of trucks. And it looks like Austin Shoemaker's going to try to make a move here on Joseph Mahar. As you saw there, Austin Shoemaker has a little bit fresher tires. Let me just go back to the stint, as you can see. So Austin Shoemaker has got 6 laps on his tires. Mahar's got 9 laps. So just that 3-lap difference is what's making the difference here, with Mahar dropping back 2 spots from the race lead as they get things sorted out here. Tyler Dixon back out on track, though. He may have went another lap down. And these guys are definitely fighting the back of this truck, as Mahar is currently in P3. Again, they're not really, the only challenge that they all have at the moment is the top 3 drivers are going to be here at the, I think are going to be here at the end, unless there's a caution. I'm not sure that I'm not sure why Brackett's going to be able to catch him there with 7 seconds behind. So we're going to see how that all plays out. We're going to stay on the race leaders as we see the 88 pulling away even from Austin Shoemaker at the moment. But these guys are neck and neck at the moment, so we're going to find out who's better in the corners and who saved the tires better out of all 3 of them. The way that Taylor was running the truck there in the beginning there to pass Mahar, he may, again, I believe, let me just double check it again, but I believe he's only 1 lap different. No, yeah, he's only 1 lap different from Mahar. So his tires are only 1 lap newer than Mahar's. And then Shoemaker's got 2 lap newer tires than Taylor. And so we're going to find out who's going to bring it to the end here. Oh, and we may have a caution, folks. Who was that? Okay, Tony Edrington crashed. Let's go ahead. I hate to leave the leaders here. Let's go back and just see exactly what happened with Edrington. As you can see, he's kind of lost the back of his truck, but he comes off the race surface, so that's why there was no caution thrown. And so it looks like he's going to make contact with the inside wall, but he stays off the race surface. And so by doing so, that is not going to bring out a caution. Wow. That's an unfortunate set of events there for Tony Edrington in there in the number 77. But he's going to get back collected, get back out on track. Unfortunate set of events there for the number 77. And it looks like Austin Shoemaker is going to be able to challenge Zachary Taylor here for the potential to win this race. At the moment, let me just take a look real quick, but I believe at the moment Austin Shoemaker has not won a race yet this year. And so this will be his first race win of the season in the event he's able to do so. Zachary Taylor's won 2 races. If Austin Shoemaker can win this race tonight, not only locks himself into the playoffs, let's go ahead and ride along with excuse me for just a second here as I get these. All right, let's go ahead and ride along with Austin Shoemaker, see if he can make this pass, as they're going to fight some lap traffic here with George Williams there on the outside. All right, we're going to stay riding along here with Austin Shoemaker, see if he can make it happen. Doesn't look like Joseph Mahar is going to be able to challenge him for the race win. Austin Shoemaker's getting a run right here, so he might be able to make this happen here in the corner. Again, 2 laps different with tires make all the difference. And right here is where Austin Shoemaker may be able to carry that momentum into this, off this exit to take the lead here with 4 laps to go. It looks like he's definitely going to be able to pass him here, as he's definitely challenging him for the corner. So he checks up a little bit early. That might hurt him just a little bit, but he might be able to catch the momentum. Now this is where the tires become a factor. So you're going to see that 88's going to fight the heck out of that truck, and Austin's just going to get the run that he needs. The problem is he's not going to be able to have the momentum to carry it into the corner, as these guys have 3 laps to go. But I believe, don't quote me, but I believe, unless there's a block, Austin Shoemaker may be able to win this race. Okay, so right here, Zachary Taylor is really fighting the back of that truck. And Austin Shoemaker was smart to stay out here as he's carrying that momentum here as he's coming around the corner. He's going to be side by side with him coming into this turn as he arches it really wide. So that's going to help him significantly in the corner here. Unfortunately, Joseph Mahara, okay, right here, he's going to be able to put it on his bumper. He didn't move him out of the way, but next time around, as we come to 2 to go,
2 laps to go.
doesn't look like Joseph Mahara is going to be able to challenge him. Let's look back. Yeah, you can see the gap here between. And now 3rd place, though, is definitely going to be significant for that driver of the number 46 there for Race Pass Motorsports. As we see Austin Shoemaker, he's going to be able to, is he going to, he makes a little bit of contact there with Taylor. Taylor's going to try to block him. The problem is he's got the outside lane. That is definitely not the preferred lane. He's going to have to check up just a little bit here and just carry that momentum into the corner. Oh, he definitely has got the momentum. Let's see if he can keep it off the wall. Okay, now here's where the pass is going to have to happen. He's going to have to do it on the inside. Taylor, I expect Taylor to obviously block on the inside. Actually, he took the outside, which is going to be fine as long as he can save it in the corner.
All right, man. White flag at the line.
So Taylor's going to take the position back, at least on the corner. Let's go back to the thing as he nudges him a little bit there to move him out of the way. Austin Shoemaker's going to have to check up. This is the final lap, folks. If he's going to make the pass, it's going to have to be on the final turn. As he kind of gives himself a little bit of gap here between him and Taylor in the 88. We're going to be able to see, hopefully, a good finish here. Well, it's going to be good anyways, but as Austin Shoemaker's going to get a run here in this turn, we're going to find out if Taylor's going to send it. Here is the final turn, folks. This is where it's going to have to happen right here. As you can see, Austin Shoemaker's got a run. Is he going to be able to take it? I don't think he's going to have the momentum to be able to carry it. Zachary Taylor is going to be a race winner, folks. Congratulations, Zachary Taylor, on a race win. As you can see, he gets a little bump. All right, folks. Zachary Taylor, our race winner. Congratulations, Zachary Taylor. Austin Shoemaker finishes P2. Joseph Mahara finishes P3. Wyatt Brackett finishes P4. And Ray Rogers will round out our top 5 for the evening. All right, folks, we're going to go to commercial break. We're going to bring these guys back in, the top 3 drivers in for a interview real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here for the evening. Thanks again, folks, for being so patient with me as I work through those technical errors. Typically, all that stuff is programmed. I just apologize to have to keep you guys waiting to watch the race. But I truly appreciate you tuning in. For all those out there that are tuning in live and those that are watching the replay, really appreciate it. Big shout out to our sponsors as well, Light Electric Company. Thomas Light out there, if you're watching these replays, we miss you, buddy. We hope you get back to racing again with us for Hammer Down Motorsports. Thank you again for your support with this league, as well as ADK Outdoor Brands, ADK Coolers, as well as Rhyme Sick Coin. I truly appreciate all you guys. We're going to go ahead and watch Zachary Taylor burn it down, and then we'll go to commercial break real quick. We'll get these guys back into the to the booth with us here and get their perspective on the race.
We'll get them next time.
All right, third win of the season for Zachary Taylor in the number 88 for Hammer Down Motorsports. All right, folks, we're going to go to commercial break. Again, we'll be right back with you. Thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate your patience as we get ready to hear from these other drivers. So, I'll be right back.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, thanks again for tuning in here and being patient with us as we get the drivers back into the booth here with me to go ahead and hear from them. And as we hear from the race leader here in just a second, bear with me just a minute as I unmute his mic here. But congratulations, Zachary Taylor, on your race win here at Indianapolis 200. Let us know how you did it, how your race went. Of course, give your shout-outs here at the end. And, again, congratulations on a win.
Yeah, it was just it's one of those races where patience was key. Just having the patience throughout the race. Obviously, having to start in the back there because I was signing autographs, missed the driver's meeting. That's going to be my excuse there. But missed the driver's meeting and had to start in the back and just kind of, a really good strategy planned out by Ray Alfella. I was talking to him before the race last night, and he had a strategy drawn up, and I played his strategy, and it worked out perfectly. So can't give enough credit out to Alfalla and those guys over there at VRS. Definitely all my guys behind me at Overton Speed Shop and Hammer Down Motorsports. They gave me one heck of a truck this week, and they've really worked with me over the last month on racecraft and such. So can't give enough shout out to those guys, and just you as a league owner doing a great job out here, and can't wait to come back next week and get it at Dover. I think it's Dover next week. So hopefully teammate Richard Swavely, who didn't have the night he wanted to tonight, hopefully he can come out and show us what he's got next week.
Yeah, for sure. It was an unfortunate incident there with Bedwell and Swavely, as he was actually pretty strong out there in front for most of the race. But yeah, unfortunate set of events there. But all around, man, a great race. Austin Shoemaker challenged you there at the end. It was a great battle to watch here at the end of the broadcast. Appreciate you, and look forward. We are at Dover next week, so we'll be looking forward to that. And then we go to Daytona after that. So with that, buddy, congratulations again on a P1. We'll see you next week at Dover.
Sweet. Thank you, Dylan. See you next week.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, let's go ahead and hear from our second place finisher here, Mr. Austin Shoemaker in the number 14 for Hot Shoe Racing. Congratulations, buddy, on a P2. That was an exciting finish there to the race. I thought you were going to have it, and you made a little bit of contact there with the back of him, and I think that just kind of checked you up just enough to where you didn't have the momentum to catch him on the front stretch. So tell us how your race went, and then, of course, give your shout-outs at the end.
Yep. Race went well. I conserved tires pretty well there in the first stage, and then obviously didn't take tires there for the second stage. I say my tire wear was pretty good after the first stage, so I was able to still get some stage points on first stage and second stage, so not too bad. And then, yeah, there at the end, I tried to stretch it as far as I could on tires. I clearly had the quicker car there, had about 5 laps to go, and Zach was blocking me like crazy, and I knew that he'd just take me out if I tried passing him there with a few laps to go, so I was trying to wait there till the end to make my move, and I should have just took him out, but it is what it is. He's already wrecked a few guys on our team this year, so would have made up for it, but it is what it is. Overall, it's still a good 0.9 for me, so not too bad. So I'd like to give a shout out to my teammates though, Dustin, Garrett, Chris. Y'all ran hard tonight. Garrett had a good car. He tried to mix up his strategy and hope for a caution, but didn't come out. But overall, not too bad of a night.
No, not too bad of a night. Yeah, you actually put a great performance on there at the end, and you're the better guy for not wrecking him. So glad you didn't do that. But you were trying. Yeah, I mean, you almost moved him out of the way. You almost had him there. I thought you were going to take the inside lane there because it's so hard to get into the corner and carry the momentum around the corner here, especially with 2 laps. You guys had about 2 laps difference on tires. He took 10 laps ago. You took him at 8 laps. So. Towards the end there, but you definitely had the better tires. Real quick, what happened to Dustin Reeves? Because I was following along with him, and he was doing good there throughout the race, and then I noticed he was quite a few laps down there at the end. Did he did he just have an incident where himself, or did he get involved with somebody else?
I think he got involved with somebody else early on. I know he got some damage. Then he had to go to the pits. I think he said that they ended up wrecking on the front stretch, and
gotcha.
Caution didn't come out, but.
Gotcha. Yeah, there was another wreck there with the 77 right before you guys were finishing the race that could have really could have mixed things up. But Tony Edgerton was able to get off the track, and it didn't throw the caution. So the only time we'll ever throw the caution is in the event that, again, if it's known by you guys out there on track that somebody's blocking the track or something like that, we'll throw it. But yeah, unfortunate set of events for Dustin Reeves, but all in all, it looks like Hot Shoe Racing finished, P2, P8, P13, and then, of course, Dustin at the end there at P28. But all in all, solid performance by Hot Shoe Racing, and look forward to seeing you guys back here next week for Dover.
Yep, it was a good finish, and another good week for Tuesday Night League 2 having a caution-free race, so...
Yeah,
shout out to everyone for running clean tonight.
Well, there was one caution, and to be honest with you, yeah, I mean,
that's right.
Overall, though, it's been a great, few weeks. I mean, a big shout out to everybody out there. We've had some really great long runs at the beginning. Like I said, we had some challenging tracks on the circuit there in the very beginning, and we've got those out of the way. And I think overall, we've got some really good, exciting racing here to finish out the season, regular season, into the playoffs. So. With that said, buddy, congratulations again on a P2, and we'll see you next week.
Dylan, thanks for broadcasting as always.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. Thank you, man.
All right. Yep, see ya.
All right, folks, that is the P2 finisher there, Mr. Austin Shoemaker for Hot Shoe Racing, and we are going to hear from this last gentleman who I had the privilege of talking to here. It seems like since I've been broadcasting, it seems like I've been able to broadcast, or at least interview you a few times, which obviously I'm excited to interview you simply because, for one, you're a friend, but also you race for Race Pass Motorsports, which is my team. So congratulations on a P3 finish. I thought you were going to have a challenge there at the end, but you had I think you had 1 lap 1 lap older tires than Zachary Taylor, and you have 3 lap older tires than Austin Shoemaker. So I had a feeling based on the way it was going to play out in the tire wear that you were running it pretty hard there for the first like 5 or 6 laps after you came out of the pits. And I was waiting to see if you were going to be able to stretch it out there for those last 10 laps. And it looks like you were able to obviously do so and hold off Wyatt Brackett, but you slipped back a little bit there. I think about 2-3 seconds there from P2, P1. But all around, buddy, great race. You led several laps. You had the pole tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We had definitely had the short run speed figured out. We just struggled a little bit on the long run. And I figured my only shot to get by, Austin and Garrett at the time, so tough to pass here, was maybe to pit a lap early and just see what happened. I tried my best to hold off Zach, but he was just a little quicker than me. I think he caught me on maybe about 9 laps into the run, which is kind of where my fall off was. But I mean, all in all, it was good. Definitely happy to finish top 3. I think I fared better than the last time I sat on the pole when I took out my teammate and a couple other trucks. So I'm happy not to have done that. But no, just an all-around fun race tonight. Would have liked to have gotten the win. Need to get the win, but good points night. Happy to lead some laps and had a lot of fun, racing around Austin. Ray Rogers and I ran side by side a little bit. Garrett, I love racing around Garrett. Just a lot of these guys I love racing around. Just have so much fun. It's just such clean, hard racing. But yeah, just top 3. I'll take it. It's been a while since I've had a top 5, not since Vegas this year, so I'll take it.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations again on a P3, and we look forward to seeing you at Dover, obviously, next week.
Yeah, not one of my better tracks. I'm hoping maybe, the practice really paid off this week. I used to hate this track, and I don't know, I think I've kind of learned to like it a little bit better. Dover, I think the last time we were at Dover, I got lucky with some cautions and had a set of tires, and if I had just got another caution, I may have had a race-winning truck, but I think I finished top 10 there, so I'm gonna try to do that again. And I got some good tracks coming up that I'm super excited about. Excited for Daytona, Talladega, Michigan. There's some tracks coming up that I think I might be able to get my first win at.
Absolutely, man. Well, I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, and just real quick, I was always gotta, thanks for all the work you do putting this league on. I really appreciate it. It's a fun place to race and love racing around these guys. And just a shout out to my wife. Thanks for cheering me on tonight. Thanks for sharing the broadcast, and thanks for putting up with me. I love you, sweetheart.
I thought you were going to tell me you love me there for a second. I'm glad you filled in the sweetheart part of it. So I
love you. I love you too. So.
I'm just messing with you, buddy. Well, no, it's awesome to see Haley out there sharing the. I saw her post there when she commented when we went live. So it's great to have the support of our spouses, of course, and all around. Obviously, I've had the pleasure of meeting your wife, and it's just it's truly a pleasure to call you guys friends, and I'm just glad to have you guys as part of the team and part of the league. And all in all, buddy, congratulations again on a P3, and we will see you at Dover next week.
Yes, sir. See you next week. See you on Sunday, actually, before that.
Yep,
but
I'll see you on
next
Sunday
week
as well. Yes, sir. All right, buddy. See you, man.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right, folks. Well, there you go. You heard it from the first place, second place, and third place finisher. Let's go ahead and round out real quick our final grid here. As you can see on the screen here to the left-hand side, that is where everybody landed. But let's go real quickly to, bear with me just a second, we'll pull up that other information here. Whoop. As we pull up the race results here for you guys. All right, and again, we've already covered the top 5 drivers, or actually, excuse me, the top 3 drivers. We got Wyatt Brackett in P4. Finished 4th place. Let's see. Ray Rogers finished 5th. Matt Grenier 6th. Chris Bedwell 7th. Chris Shoemaker 8th. Brad Fulham 9th. Sean Harrington 10th. Rounds out our top 10. Kip Easley just outside the top 10 and 11th. Daniel Holcroft finishes 12th tonight. Congratulations to him finally getting a good, decent finish here without getting wrecked out. Garrett Brown, 13th. Chris McLean, 14th. Unfortunately, that looked like that last pit strategy there just did not pay off for the number 5 truck there as he was trying. I think he was banking on that last caution. Banking on a last caution there where it would have put him out in front, I think, to the advantage, and that just did not come. So Dana Shepard, 15th. James Kunkel, 16th. Evan Bushmaster, 17th. Jeremy Little, 18th. And let's see, Barry Knapp, 19th. David Sparks, 20th. Tyler Dixon, 21st. George Williams, 22nd. David Harden, 23rd. Tony Edrington, 24th. In that late race incident there with the inside wall. David Brackett, 25th. He started the race there with that incident with Ray Rogers. Unfortunately, it looks like that just carried over throughout the race there. He was 2 laps down, and it just looks like he was not able to get back anywhere near the lead lap without having any yellow flags. Jeremy Banner finishes 26th. Richard Swavely with that incident with Chris Bedwell, 27th. That's unfortunate for him as he was doing really good throughout the race. And then Dustin Reeves in the 28th position. And then, of course, myself there at the end. So I don't know exactly what happened with Dustin Reeves. I do know what happened, obviously, with Richard Swavely. My only thought is probably the 24 and the 6 might have gotten into it. And I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll have to go back and look at that incident later on. But all in all, folks, it was a great race. 1 caution, aside from the stage cautions that we have each and every race. All in all, it was great racing. That finish at the end was actually something to watch. And we've had some exciting finishes here with the league this season. And I just look forward to the exciting racing that we have ahead here. We've got, let me see, we've got Darlington. Bear with me a second here. Darlington. We've already been at Darlington. Hold on just a minute here. I'm sorry, I can't multitask. I think. That just reminded me. I think I forgot to update the schedule here at this last thing here, which I'll do in just a minute. But bear with me a second here. Okay, so we've got Dover next week. Dover on the 19th of October next week. We got 200 laps at Dover. That's going to be an exciting race. We've got Daytona, the Daytona Speedway, Super Speedway, 100 laps there on October 26th. Then we've got Watkins Glen, which is one of my favorite tracks. We've got 72 laps there at Watkins Glen. And then November 9th, we've got Rockingham, 200 laps around Rockingham. That's going to be an exciting race. We haven't seen a lot of people race at Rockingham lately. And then we've got Pocono after that, Nashville Super Speedway after that, Michigan after that, New Hampshire after that, and then Talladega after that. And that will conclude the final regular season. Then we go into the playoffs where we've got a total of 5 races that take us from December 21st, which is right before Christmas, until the end, almost the end of January, with our final championship race going to be hosted here at my home track, Atlanta Motor Speedway. Really excited for all of that and for all that is coming up. We have got some really, really exciting tracks that are coming up. We've got some really exciting racing, obviously, as we've had over the last several races. And I look forward to seeing what these guys put on here over the next few weeks. Folks, my name is Dylan Hastings again. This is the Tuesday Night Racing Series. Thank you again to our sponsors. Thank you to Light Electric Company, excuse me. Thank you to 80K Outdoor Brands, 80kcoolers.com. Thank you to Rhymestick Coin. I truly appreciate all of your support. We will be looking for new sponsors or additional sponsors and new sponsors coming into Season 4. Which there'll be some announcements coming out here shortly about Season 4, which will start at the beginning of February. It'll actually we're going to try to go alongside NASCAR because we will be running the actual NASCAR circuit, the tracks that NASCAR has already put out for Season 2 for the trucks. We may also be adding our Xfinity Series back to Season 4 and picking up there with the trucks as we start Season 2. So not 100% sure on that yet, but it is a it is a very big and it's a very big possibility just because of the support that we have for the league, but also the way that we have things set up now are running very, very smoothly. We're going to look for somebody to broadcast the Xfinity Series. I will probably continue to broadcast the Truck Series. I know you guys are going to obviously want me to come back since I do such an amazing job, being sarcastic, but learning what I'm doing here, I enjoy it, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. And but we are going to look for a broadcaster for the Xfinity Series, and we're also going to be looking to add race control. So we also want to mention it out there for those that are watching and those that watch the replays and all of the other stuff that you guys see on our Facebook page. I want to just put that out there that we're always looking for new drivers to come into the series. We do have an iRating cap, so obviously you're going to have to look at those, look at that information. We do have requirements for our drivers to come into the league, and we do have a very strict rule book that is very strictly enforced. We don't try to do any funny business and things like that. This is one of the most realistic leagues that we have that's out there in iRacing, in the iRacing community, and we encourage anybody out there that is a clean driver for Tuesday night's the Tuesday night racing series for trucks. If you're interested, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Messenger. We'll get you the Discord information so you can come into Discord. You can start the onboarding process, whether you decide to run in this season just to kind of warm things up and get familiar with the league and the drivers, or if you want to kind of just wait and get settled into Discord and then, of course, be ready to race for Season 4. Again, Season 4 is not going to start until the end of or towards the beginning or middle of February of 2022, but we've already got plans for Season 4 to come back. So we're excited to get there and obviously see what these guys do throughout the rest of this season and then crown our champion. And definitely excited to have them show off the hardware that we've got for them here at the end of the year as well. So with that said, folks, again, my name is Dylan Hastings. This is a Tuesday Night Racing Series. We look forward to seeing you next week for Dover. And as we go to the next screen here, you'll see that I haven't updated it yet, but I'll do that for you here in just a minute. With that said, folks, thanks again. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for tuning in.